Alright, welcome back, Beowulf Nation. It's on Beowulf. Back at it with a Kawasaki SXR 1500 stand up. I am confused. If you look at the people behind me, I walk past into the coffin. I mean, if you're sick, stay at home. Alright, so if you haven't seen my last video, I installed a, it's called a Max Boost intake. This is a filter and an engine breather. I forgot my regular straps. So I got these ones that are my backup. They're my old seated ones, and I dry them off on my other trailer, and I was in such a rush to get here until I knew when I was leaving my house, I'm like, man, I'm forgetting something. Sure enough, I forgot it. I find this actually on my Amazon store. It's amazon.com/shop/I'm Beowulf under the jet ski riding gear. And I've talked about in past videos, it's waterproof, blocks your signals so somebody can't steal your identity from your credit cards, your phones, your key fobs, your car, and it floats. So it's a very nice jet ski thing for jet skiing. And I got this. That's why I like a strap with a hook. Otherwise, it's really hard. Oh, come on. Now last time I was out here, just a couple days ago, there were bubbles everywhere. I have no clue what was going on, but it was like just bubbles everywhere. You do have the alligator breeding season. That's the other thing with the hook. How are we going to tie this thing up? Oh, man. Easier than said than done. Oh man. Actually, I think if you move it like somewhat got it in. Yeah, that's why I use the one I normally use. This thing is a joke. Alright, now before going out, kick that battery on. Put the cord in. Now I haven't started this thing up yet with the new intake, so I have no clue what it's going to sound like. Most likely a lot lower. Alright. Cool thing too, my brother is out here with his drone, gonna get some filming. No, it's the crazy thing are all these bubbles. Right around now is alligator breeding season. So chances out in this neck of the woods of alligator issues is right now. And they'll be extra aggressive because they're breeding. And I'm in a little stand up. And it's like the alligators are bigger than this thing. So we should be alright. Nice with the new tray. If you haven't seen that video, there's a bunch of new stuff. I've been busy making videos as much as I can. Whew. It's nice to at least get out here. It's better to come out here when it's like for sure nobody's going to be out here, and it's nice that my brother kind coming out when he did. I'm gonna try one day, maybe when it's super hot out, is use my mouthpiece and not use the helmet. But the helmet's pretty straightforward. It just makes it up a lot easier on focusing, on filming, and not have to be worried about where it's at, touching, especially if it fall off. I don't want to put any too tight between having that thing in my mouth. I wouldn't want to fall off and have to be chasing after a GoPro. Let's see, where's he at? I told him to park somewhere over here. But this place really works out for launching the stand-up. It's you really, once you go on this sit down, you don't realize, like, I'm like, that's the water right there. And I'm definitely feeling this is like probably out of all my 3 jet skis, this is probably getting to be my favorite. I actually really prefer riding this thing. And the nice thing is it's pretty nice out, so when you practice in this area making turns, that's an ideal thing today. But let's first get it ripping and see what this thing sounds like at open throttle. Look, he already got the drone out. He is already out ready to rock and roll. Also too, he has a YouTube channel that's The Real Gucci Gavin. Check it out. But if you're in the area of Myrtle Beach and you want him, he's really good at photography and drone work. If you want to hit him up on getting some filming done, if it's with your car, your jet ski, whatever kind of drone filming, he has a DJI Phantom 4 Pro. So it's the top of the line drones that DJI sells. I don't know where he's at. He has to be back over there. The cool thing is he's like, you don't even see him, but he's out filming. So we're almost out of this no wake zone. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm Beowulf. If you're already an existing subscriber, make sure you hit that bell notification. Man, what is moving right there? Woo! Please no alligator. Please no alligator. Please. Oh, you can look at, you can see the ripples from his drone. All right. Almost out of this no wake zone. Want to follow the rules. Idle speed. Once we get the thing cleared, we can hit it.
I don't have the time, bro, I don't wear a watch. I'ma move regardless, just like the clock. Been around here before, I've been on this block. 25 to life bit, I live on this rock. Planet Mars, dog, my planet raw. Took trips and landed fall. Took hits I can't ignore. My chest got a black hole. I dealt with a black crow. White dove, a black soul. Wipe off my past clothes. I try to get away from it, not trying to let the vapors in. Time fly when you wasting it. Fast life, I was racing it, and I knew I had to pay for it. Always knew that I was made for this. My path, I paved it. My path, my grave in it. So past lives, they hover over like crows, just like I hover over my code. All hail, almighty freedom I chose. Tall tales, my eyes see to my road. Don't look at the clock, I don't even got time. I seen people ride, I seen people stop, I seen people let it pass by. I seen evil, maybe that's why. I see needles next to that wine. I seen demons and I seen signs. I need reason, you don't need mine. Once I took a roll of that dice, that took control of my life. Twice I paid the toll for that price. Nights and days, hoping I'd fight. Knives and blades, open my sight. Guide the way over my spite. I was made as I was built. Flowers fade and flowers wilt till past lives, they hover over like crows, just like I hover over my code. All hail, almighty freedom I chose. Tall tales, my eyes see to my road, and send you back home. My God of peace, my God of war, my own. So much I've been shown. All hail, almighty freedom I roam.
up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shady, my bros raw. No breaks, we go, 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 go. Throw shade, that's a no, no, no. Go high, go low, low, low. Like spinning in a 644. Cash money like 504. Ball like AD24. No sleep, need more, more, more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I'm a real one, my day ones. Try speak up, can't say none. Try dig dirt, there ain't none. I make the money that save up. 10 to 80, my save ones. Take to the top on the base one. New car, race on. Fast lane, pace. The booyah, that's a flex. Not a human life from another planet. I'ma teleport my advantage. I'ma wake up, do damage. Drawing number 7, he's bored up. Working all night, need more though. I remember nights I was poured up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
It's starting up. Oh man, swooned in it. I gotta practice on my swimming. Ooh, man, that was too far. That thing didn't get that far because the current was pushing it. It was hard to get to. A lot of work. I don't know what I saw. It could have been an alligator. Man, I can't wait to watch this footage and edit it, because I'll tell you, I saw in a quarter, like right in front of me to my left side, something was close to the surface. It was still underwater though, it wasn't at the surface, but you could see it or the of it coming up by the water. Holy cow. Woo! But for some reason it was extremely hard to turn the thing. When I was working with the wheel, both times it was hard to steer even kneeling down. I don't know what happened. I'll have to just check out everything. I'm gonna check the bolts on the ride plate and the intake grate and just check everything all over. I got sponsons coming, so maybe that'll help with it. It felt really hard to turn. It just smells like dead fish here. It's really smelly. That is why I carry a knife on me. Holy cow. Whew. It sucks with a short rope. But man, that was epic being out there. Who knows if it was an alligator or not? I really can't tell you until I look at the footage, and I won't see the footage until I edit this video. So there was something that I saw pop up, not at this, almost to the surface. But it was weird. So when I popped the drain plugs off before I left, there was some water in here. So I think that first spill I did, you know, the problem here is, see what I did is, there's this R&D thing that helps take some tension off the spring, so it makes this thing a lot lighter. But the problem when it does that is pushing up higher, so the stock hooks that hold on the hood don't work. So I got one that I'm waiting to get that will help, because you can tell in certain spots it's sealing, but you can tell it's lifted in certain areas. So I got that on order coming. And then I have some sponsons, because whatever happened, a couple of times I couldn't get the thing to steer. It was kind of weird. I don't know if when it gets water in there, it's kind of that first time when I was learning to stand up, I couldn't get it to stand up. That's kind of what I'm wondering. I'm not sure. But I got some R&D sponsons coming. From what I saw, pretty much everybody's using that one, that's why I went that route. Luckily found a really good deal on eBay, waiting for them to come, being shipped. Definitely want to look at doing some different hand grips, and it's figuring out how these ones come off. I got the shop manual, and I don't know if they're just like really pushed on. I mean, I don't want to mess with anything where they come loose. And I've never noticed that kind of taking a big piece of plastic missing there. Definitely have to look at getting that piece. Order that, because it has this switch here. That's where I was having some problems. Oh no, it's right up here. So you kick that on and it won't start. But they make like a Wilson, I think that's how you say their name. They make a switch for a bilge pump that would hook right onto here. So I'm gonna order that. They have a bracket for a bilge pump. Definitely want to put one in here just in case you get a lot of water. You can just flip the switch real quick, spray it out. We'll have to figure out where I'd be mounting the exit hose for the water to come out. So I don't know where I'm going to look at that. I've been looking online what people do with these, and I really can't see anything. I know they do to sell different lengths hoses. I don't think I need more than 3 feet in the length of what this ski is. But man, I'll tell you, I'm feeling like this is gonna be my favorite ski. It's way different. Still hiding, waiting for the stuff so that the GP is missing pieces because they're gonna hydro dip. So I just kind of want to keep it covered. And yeah, it's so crazy when you look at these three. Look at how different everything is shaped. And I'm telling you, the stand-up starting to be my favorite. It's just, it is just a lot of fun. It is not fun when you see possibly an alligator popping out when you're making a turn. It definitely goes like, oh man. I had a different knife that was on my life vest, a smaller one, but it definitely would have been hard. And I was just talking to my dad on the phone. They live in Illinois, and he's like probably thinking that a knife really wouldn't go through an alligator, that their skin is as tough as a dinosaur. So let me pop the hood off. I'll show you guys the new intake system I put in this. Got my good flashlight here so you guys can see a little bit better. Yeah, so this is a past video. If you've seen it, I pulled the whole intake box out with just these two lower bolts, and then you had to fish the little thing out with that. But this is the intake system that I have, and then I just cut this breather valve. Wouldn't fit right onto the tank, so then I just did is I cut the stock hose with that and just kind of put it right there, I guess. I don't want it too long where it's just flapping around. And the nice thing is it gives you a lot more access. So that's the stock bilge pump right there. From what I'm aware of how these things work, it works with when the pump's moving, like when you're moving. So it's only if you're, obviously the ski has to be running for it to work. I'm not sure if it's like sitting still, it pumps out water. The hard thing is though, because you can see a little bit of water in here. Now the thing is if you're moving, all the water pushes to the back, like what happened to me. So then it's sloshing around. Then if you're sitting kind of level, it does pump out. The question is this one that that company sells that it mounts in here. I'm not really sure where it mounts to, and I'm curious to see where that that goes. But it's definitely interesting. And then plus too, like you got this hose, that's the exhaust hose right there. And I know it does get a lot of heat there. The reality is no matter what you put as an intake on this, it's all gonna get hot. I know there's other ones that I think run this way, and it'd be even worse being right next to your exhaust manifold, I'm feeling. Just because this would be the hottest part when you look at it. It does have some vents in here, as you can see, but they're more venting towards the battery. I just don't feel a filter should be right in this vicinity, is because if you take a spill, well, I guess take a spill on each side. I don't know if I'll put something over it, like there's waterproof, like a little shield thing you put over them. I think I got one laying around somewhere, where I'll find something online and put it in there. But it removes that really restrictive thing. And this is the same as like what I kind of pulled out of my GP 1800R Riva Racing Solda kit. I did a whole video with that. You had to drill it out, but it's basically the same thing. When I was looking in the shop manual, there's like a filter that's in the center of this. So you got some other type of filtration system there. And then there's like another filter that helps debris. I mean, it's a nice thing. I just feel it gives a lot of weight moved out of there. And you actually, I think it's kind of nicer too, is it gives a better visibility of looking at everything. And the one thing I have to say I'm really impressed with Kawasaki is if you look at all this stuff, when they tighten everything, they mark it all. So if something came loose, you could visibly see if it came loose. You see that? Now I have to say, it's kind of nice with that. The Kawasaki's like that. That I don't see a lot of other brands doing that, especially Sea-Doo for sure does not do stuff like that. And it's nice because you look at all this stuff and it's all marked, so if something came loose or been moved, you could obviously see. The only thing is when I bought it, see that strap down there? These things are tight. And I've really messed around with it and I just can't get that. There's double straps, I just can't get it on there. So one day I'll really have to work at it and get that strap on. The one thing I'll have to tell you though is if battery goes bad in this thing, it could get out, but it's kind of hard to get out. We'd have to move stuff there. Also, they have a little toolkit there. I don't really know where that could help you when you're riding. You'd have to be beached to do something like that, or at a dock. But you could tell some water got up front there. That's why I didn't want to have a filter more closer up front. And the weird thing too is that if you look, some of these bolts, when I bought it, it was all rusted like this, and they had no hours on it. And they said they never took it to salt water. And it's just weird that I have all these like rusted bolts. And see, some are rusted and some aren't. But that gives you the idea of what the intake system looks like on this. I'm also really curious to see what the thing sounds like in the video. It probably sounds really, really cool. But it's the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the video with your friends. Also, too, check out the I Am Beowulf merch. Hopefully, all this stuff will be up by then. This video's up. I have to take some photos. It's at iambeowulf.com. Also, too, I have an Amazon store. That's where a lot of cool people want to know, like how they're cleaning their jet ski parts, camera gear I use, survival gear, everything. Check that out at amazon.com/shop/IamBeowulf. Be driven or win. Remember the motto for 2020: never give up, never surrender. It's the end of the video. Remember, every day is Earth Day. Peace out, Beowulf Nation.